What if I told you that your goodness is the very thing killing your relationship? Picture this. You walk into your own home. She's sitting right there on the sofa, and you can feel her eyes waiting for you. You know she wants to talk. You can feel the gap between you getting wider every single day. But instead of holding her gaze and showing her you're the man of the house, you start scanning the walls, looking east and west, anywhere except at the woman who is literally starving for you to just be there. Your niceness didn't protect the relationship. It killed the spark. It made you a ghost. And that is exactly why the "I'm busy" text is already being typed. By Friday, you're just going to be the guy she used to talk to. Here is the brutal reality. You are watching her start to focus on herself, her gym routine, her looks, her phone, her life while you slowly disappear. That frustration, that deep exhaustion, it isn't going away. That feeling is going to own you for the next few years, maybe for the rest of your life, because you don't realize that your niceness is actually the weapon she's using to destroy you. Sound familiar? Let's rip this open. The first thing you have to understand is how you got here. You weren't her soulmate. You were her recovery room. When she met you, she was bleeding from a past she didn't want to face. She saw your niceness and saw a safe place to hide. You gave her the peace she needed to heal. But here's the brutal part. Nobody stays in a recovery room once they are healthy. While you were busy being the best man she ever had, she was using your stability to rebuild her confidence. And the moment she felt strong again, she looked at you and didn't see a hero. She saw a reminder of her weakest, most pathetic version of herself. She doesn't want the man who saw her crying on the floor. She wants a man who makes her feel like she's at the top of the world. You were a temporary bandage, and the wound has finally closed. She's ready to rip you off, and it doesn't matter how much it hurts you, because the bandage's job is done. You think by being predictable, you're being reliable. You think, "I'm the guy who's always there" is a flex. It's not. It's a death sentence. Remember that gaze you avoided in the beginning? It never got better. Now, you're the guy who always says yes. You're the guy who waits for her permission to choose a restaurant. You gave away the ending of the movie in the first 5 minutes, and now she's bored in the theater. There is zero mystery left in you. There is no chase. She knows exactly what your good morning text looks like before she even unlocks her phone. She knows you'll never leave. She knows you'll never challenge her. To her, you aren't a man anymore. You're furniture. You're like that comfortable chair in the corner. It's always there. It's safe. But she doesn't think about it unless she's tired. She's cheating because she's starving for a question mark. She's looking for a man who is a puzzle she can't solve, while you've spent the last 3 years being a period at the end of every sentence. Look at the way you talk to her now. You avoid conflict like it's a landmine. You apologize for things you didn't even do just to stop the fighting. You think you're being mature. You think you're keeping the peace. In reality, you've become her emotional parent. You're managing her moods like a babysitter. You're walking on eggshells, scanning her face for signs of anger, trying to keep her happy so you don't lose her. But here's the trigger. It is impossible to respect a man you feel like you have to raise. The moment she has to explain to you how to stand up for yourself, or why you shouldn't shut down when things get hard, she stops seeing a partner and starts seeing a project. The dynamic has shifted. She no longer sees a teammate. She sees a liability. And nobody wants to build a future with a project. They want to build it with a peer who can carry their own weight. This is what makes you lose your mind. You'll see her with a guy who treats her half as well as you do, a guy who forgets her birthday, who doesn't answer her texts for 6 hours, who is toxic. You'll scream at the sky, "Why him? I did everything right." It's because that guy provides the one thing your perfection killed: tension. He isn't afraid to lose her. He looks her in the eyes until she looks away. He says no when she expects a yes. Your niceness became a mirror that showed her how broken and messy she was, and she hated the reflection. Around you, she felt like she had to be a good girl to match your good guy energy. It was exhausting, but around him, she can finally breathe. She'd rather chase a man she barely sees, someone who makes her work for his attention, than stay in a perfect relationship where she already knows the ending. You built her a mansion, but she'd rather live in a tent with someone who makes her blood race. Your perfection was her prison. You have two choices. You can keep being the good one while she gives her best years, her best energy, and her body to someone else. You can keep sitting on that couch, watching the silence grow until it swallows you whole. You can be the guy who gets the "I'm busy" lie for the rest of your life. Or you can realize that your kindness without a spine is just weakness. Stop being the band-aid. Stop being in the waiting room. Start being the man who is willing to walk away the moment he's disrespected. Because here is the ultimate irony. The moment you are truly willing to lose her, the moment you look her in the eyes and show her you don't need her to survive, is the only moment she'll finally be terrified to lose you. If this hit too close to home, good. It's time to wake up. Kill the nice guy before he kills your future. I'll see you in the next one.